It is the final day of the 2018/19 Premier League season. It has come down to the final match day. Will Manchester City go on to be crowned Premier League champions? Manchester City will be playing Brighton and Hove Albion today, and if they win that game, they will go back-to-back Premier League champions and also 6-time winners of the Premier League. But before Manchester City go on and possibly win their 6th Premier League trophy, I've got 10 things you probably didn't know about Manchester City Football Club. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you go ahead and click that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, make sure you also click on the notification button so you can be a part of the notification squad. Number 10. ARDWICK Association FC. In the year of 1880, members of St Mark's Church of England, West Gorton, Manchester, founded the football club that will eventually go on to be known as Manchester City. A church cricket club was formed in 1875, but there was no football club at the time. But in the summer of 1887, they went on to name the club ARDWICK Association Football Club. The club was known as ARDWICK FC during the years of 1887 to 1894, but in the season of 1893/94, the club fell into some financial troubles, and ARDWICK Association Football Club quickly turned into Manchester City. The Manchester City Football Club name was established on the 16th of April 1894, and over 120 years later, the club is still known as Manchester City Football Club. Number 9. The Citizens. The Manchester City Football Club have a few nicknames. One that stands out is the Sky Blues, which is connected to the club's home colours. But the club also has the nickname of the Citizens, and the nickname has come from the shortest form of their club name, Manchester City, the City. The name The Citizens has simply evolved into the term City, and the word Citizens has now become the shortest form of their club name, Manchester City. Number 8. Lowest home goals in a season. Nowadays, Manchester City are known for banging in a few goals per game, but never in English football history has a team scored fewer league goals than at home than Manchester City. This came in the 2006-2007 season, as City just scored 10 goals in a Premier League season at home. Somehow, the team survived to stay in the top division, and they didn't score a goal at home from the 1st of January until the following season. Number 7. Relegated champions. In the year of 1937, Manchester City claimed their first domestic league title by securing the First Division title. Less than a year later, the following season, City were relegated to the Second Division and remained the only English champions to suffer this relegation to date. Number 6. Youngest and oldest. There have been hundreds of players that have gone out and represented Manchester City, and there has been no player that has represented the senior team younger than Glyn Pardo. He was 15 years, 314 days old when he represented the club against Birmingham City in the First Division in 1962, and the oldest player to ever step out on the pitch for Manchester City is Billy Meredith. He was 49 years, 245 days old when City came up against Newcastle United in the FA Cup semi-final in 1924. Number 5. 100 and 100. In the 1957-1958 season, Manchester City scored over 100 goals. That's an impressive season, but they also went on to concede 100 goals in the exact same season. Number 4. Fake AC Milan. In the 1960s, Manchester City adopted a red and black away kit after former assistant manager Malcolm Allison felt adopting the colours of AC Milan would inspire City to glory. The theory worked during the 60s and the 70s, as in 1969 they won the FA Cup, in 1970 they won the League Cup, and they also won the 1970 European Cup in the red and black stripes. Number 3. AGUERO'S City. Sergio Aguero might go down as the best Manchester City player to ever put on the kit. Aguero arrived in the summer of 2011 and he's gone on to hold 7 individual records at the club. Aguero has scored the most goals in all competitions for the club. In addition to that, he scored the most goals in the Premier League, most goals in all European competitions, most goals in the UEFA Champions League, most goals scored in one UEFA Champions League season, most goals scored in one Premier League match, and most goals scored in the UEFA Champions League match. Aguero has left his mark on the club. He's also gone on to win 3 Premier League trophies that could be 4 by the end of today. He's won 4 EFL Cups with the club and 2 Community Shields, and he was a FA Cup runner-up. And Sergio Aguero will go down as possibly the greatest ever Sky Blue there has been. Number 2, largest club ground. Manchester City's home during the years of 1923 and 2003 was Main Road, and it held a capacity crowd of 80,000 and was the country's largest club ground. The only stadium bigger than this was Wembley. Main Road also held an attendance record of 84,569 people. And number 1, City saved United. As previously mentioned, Main Road boasted the largest playing surface in the country. In 1929, the FA had their focus solely on southern-based clubs, with the north of England almost becoming a second thought. And a team that was on the verge of going bust was a team in Manchester called Manchester United. They were so poor they were unable to even afford their own kits. Umbro, a well-known sports company manufacturer, agreed to give United rag ends from rolls of fabric to make their own kits in order to stay alive. And in order for the club to also stay alive, they needed a ground, and they used Manchester City's ground of Main Road. Another reason as to why Manchester United had to use Main Road was because of World War II. The first of the German bombs hit Old Trafford and Manchester United had to move. The ground share between City and United created a unique period in Main Road, as it had more paying customers in a season than any other venue in any sport. Manchester United were forced to pay Manchester City £5,000 per year for the use of the stadium. They also had to give a share of the gate receipts, which is probably the best investment United ever made. United, to this day, are a club still alive, and it's all due to the fact that Manchester City helped them out almost 100 years ago. And that is the 10 things you probably didn't know about Manchester City Football Club. Are Manchester City going to go on to win their 6th Premier League trophy today? We're going to have to wait and find out. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.